This week's WHME TV 46 Game of the Week is brought to you by Indiana Criminal Justice, TCU, JV Macri Orthodontics, Jordan Automotive Group, IU South Bend, Electrical Workers Local 153, Crown Trophy, Imagineering Finishing Technologies, Bethel College, Lake City Bank, and the IHSAA.
From McEwen Gymnasium at Concord High School in Dunlap, Indiana, it's the TV 46 High School Basketball Game of the Week featuring the Westview Warriors against the Concord Minutemen in the last regular season game on our schedule. And we welcome you to McEwen Gymnasium. I'm Bob Nagel along with Bo Hunt and Bill Beck. The Indiana Sportscasters and Sports Writers Hall of Fame Announcer of the Year, Chuck Freeby, is in California, of all places, with Notre Dame baseball, taking some time to be with the Irish, and we're glad to be here at McEwen because we got a good matchup here. When you look at the records, Bo Hunt, you'd say that maybe Concord's a little bit down, and Westview's having a very good year, which they are. Westview comes in here with a very young team. They can't go overtime because they'll be out after curfew.
That's right. They have a very young team. 4 sophomores, freshmen in that starting lineup. We saw them earlier this year. They got some talent. Hales, Yoder, the list can go on and on. See them in a couple years, going to be great. But first things first, they needed to play game after the game to get ready for sectionals. This is their last warm-up. I tell you what, if this team comes together like we think they can make a run.
Concord Minutemen had a tough night Tuesday night. They lost to Mishawaka by 4 without Denzel Halliburton. He is in the lineup tonight. They're going to go with him. They've got some size inside. They're going to need everybody to play well tonight for Concord.
Well, they definitely are. You look at them. They lost to a Northwood team who only has 2 losses by 1 possession. They lost to a Valpo team who only has 3 losses by 1 possession. This team can play. It's just a matter of when they're going to show up night in and night out. Emery, Magnuson, they have some talent. They're going to bring it out here tonight.
They're one of those teams that if you draw them in a sectional, you don't like it because they can get really good. Bill Beck is with us. Bill, when you look at these 2 teams tonight, both of them are a game away from the tournament. Everybody says, oh, that doesn't really matter. We're focusing on tonight. It matters.
It matters a lot because you want to have a little bit of momentum coming out of this last game. Either team, you want to play well. It's a tournament atmosphere. You come to Concord, you come to the gym. It's a tournament atmosphere, whether they're 8-13 or 29-1. This is a big game for both teams. I think more for Concord in their heart right now. Westview just needs a good test.
Tell you what, it's hard to believe the regular season comes to an end tonight. And we've got a good one for you, Westview and Concord. It's coming up next. Our pregame show continues here on TV 46 WHME. Tonight's TV 46 High School Basketball Game of the Week being brought to you in part by Jordan Automotive. Buy your car the Jordan way, the only way to buy a car. Bob Nagel, Bo Hunt, Bill Beck back with you from McEwen Gymnasium. Our pre- and post-game shows tonight brought to you by Glow, a Christian bookstore in Shipshewana. As we take a look at the key players in tonight's game, first of all, for the Westview Warriors, you got to love Elijah Hales. He's a 6'3" sophomore with a huge upside in what he can do to help your team. So special. He won the 3-on-3 at the Elkhart County Fair. He had 33 points as his career high against East Noble. And his dad, Ross Hales, is a great athlete, outstanding player, averaging 16.5 points per game and 3.4 rebounds. Also, got to keep an eye on is Nick Rensberger, 6'4" sophomore. And Big Nick is averaging 6.9 points, 2 rebounds, shoots 73% from the free throw line. And he was a sophomore class president, plays baseball, puts the shot and the discus in the track team. A busy guy, but a very good player. And Bo, when you look at the keys to win tonight for this Westview team, it's going to involve limiting some of the things that Concord likes to do.
Yeah, definitely. They need to limit the runouts. They can't get in a running game with Concord. Then they want to try to get up and down the floor, deny the post. They have to make sure that they deny that at all times. And they have to have a balanced attack. They need to be able to go inside, outside, dribble penetration as well. Rob Yoder in his 14th season at Westview.
Well, I think it's typical. We're usually the younger team on the floor, so we just got to find a way to play well tonight. I think that they're extremely athletic, especially at certain spots. It makes it tough for us both defensively and offensively. We're going to have to execute and play well.
When you look at the key players for the Concord Minutemen, probably wondering why, perhaps, that we don't have Halliburton in there is one of the key players for Concord. Denzel was not expected to start tonight, but he's feeling a lot better today. He averages 11.8 points a game, so he will be a key player. But we're going to look at Brandon Emmerich, a 5'9" senior. And Brandon Emmerich is one of those guys who's really getting it done, 12.9 points per game. He can run the floor. This guy is a jet. You got to keep an eye on him all times. And the guy that's on the all-Bob Nagel team is Grant Magnuson. Number 54, he's a 6'4" junior. He'll be playing inside, and he can push people around. 7.1 points per game, 3 rebounds, and he's given Steve Austin a real good look in that post position. Bo, the keys to win for Concord.
Yeah, the keys tonight for the Minutemen. They need to rebound with focus. They need to make sure they have a job. When a ball goes up, find the body and get to that guy. Feed the post. They need to make sure they go inside every single time down the floor, use their size advantage, and close the bakery. What? Yes, we said close the bakery. That means no turnovers. They got to eliminate those through and throughout. Coach Steve Austin, 32nd year overall, 9th at Concord.
We're just going to try and play hard and just execute what we need to do. That's what we told the kids here, that we want to win the game, but win or lose, we want to sit there and do the things we have to get ready for the sectional. And I think the last month and a half we've been doing those things. We've just been trying to refine it, and we're very pleased with where we are right now.
Steve Austin, the head coach of the Concord Minutemen, and our pregame show brought to you by Glow, a Christian bookstore in Chippewa. They have books, Bibles, gifts, jewelry, and much more. Plus, they have party supplies and balloons, too. Find them on Facebook at Glow, a Christian bookstore. The Concord Band, the award-winning band of the Concord Minutemen, performing here tonight. We're back with the opening tip in a moment here on TV 46 WHME. This broadcast of Indiana High School basketball brought to you in part by the Indiana Criminal Justice Institute. They say, whoa, don't text and drive. Focus on what you're doing behind that wheel. Bob Nagel, Bo Hunt, Bill Beck back with you from McCune Gymnasium. We just had a real special presentation here in the auditorium before the start of the game. One of our veteran officials who is wrapping up his career, Kirk Robinson, was presented with a wonderful plaque. Dave Preheim in the green shirt there, the athletic director here at Concord High School, and also joining him there was Darlene Matthew, the athletic director at Westview, and also out there was Phil Gardner, one of the IHSA commissioners who is also retiring. Our congratulations to Kirk Robinson, a wonderful, wonderful career, 35-plus years doing his final high school game tonight. He's presided over 16 state championship games in boys and girls basketball and volleyball. The series history between these two games, well, the first meeting back in 1975, Concord leads all time 32-8. Last time they met, Concord won over Westview 65-61. Boy, a great crowd on hand here from both schools. And as we get a chance to look at the starting lineups, Bo Hunt, our starting lineup tonight for Westview, brought to you by R&M Concrete.
Yes, R&M Concrete in Chippewa is your concrete flatwork specialist. They can help residential, commercial, and agricultural clients, and no job is too small or too large for an R&M Concrete. Westview starters are Yoder, Hales, Hostetler at the guards, and at the forwards, Collier and Rinsberger. The starting lineup tonight for the Concord Minutemen, sponsored by Blue Gate Theater. Looking for outstanding entertainment in the Michiana area? Then look no further than the Blue Gate Theater in Shipshewana. For more information, visit BlueGateTheater.com. Your starters at guards, Emmerich, Danner, and Halliburton, and at forwards, Ozier and Magnuson. And as we get ready to start the first quarter, our four-quarter sponsor tonight is Frontline Autotech, specializing in complete diagnostics and diesel engines. They also do brakes, transmissions, and AC repair. Frontline Autotech, committed to integrity, loyal, and the front lines. And get ready for the opening tip tonight, sponsored by Topeka Do It Best Hardware. For 45 years, Topeka Do It Best Hardware has been servicing in the Topeka area. Do the play-by-play tonight, Bob Nagel. It's all yours.
Thank you, partner. And you saw Steve Austin on the bench, wondering if his team will continue to get better, continue to grow. They have the opening tip in the backcourt with it. Marvell Danner drives down the lane, shovels one up, and he's called on the offensive foul. A rather inauspicious beginning for Marvell, 5'10" senior, averages 3 points and a rebound and a half. It'll be Westview basketball. They're in their road red uniforms with some gold and black trim. Concord in their home whites with green and a little bit of black trim as well. This will be a very patient attack for Westview. They always are. Elijah Hales, number 13, had it for a moment. Gets it back now. Kicks it to the near side. Got it in the hands of Cody Collier. Collier was a leading returning scorer from last year. But there have been some changes in those numbers this year as well. There's Hales with the basketball again on the wing. Everybody gets a touch. Trying to see what Concord is going to do. Ball is in the hands of Charlie Yoder. He's averaging 10 points a game. Looking for a chance to get some penetration, but running some clock. Charlie Yoder, left-handed dribble.
No, we see this a
6'2"
lot.
freshman.
We see this a lot out of Rob Yoder's teams. They like that first possession, get a lot of touches out of each of their players. So they get comfortable out there on the floor and feel that basketball and get in the rhythm.
And when you think about Concord, loves to get up and down the floor. They love to get a fast pace going, and now the ball to Hales on the near side. Hales, a very polished young man, and again, just a sophomore, 6'3", leading scorer on this team. Folks, pay attention to the Westview Warriors. They're going to be good this year and the next couple of years, and they've got a couple of younger kids after that. They get the ball inside. They fed the post and unable to get to the basket was Redsberger. Now a shot from the outside. And Charlie Yoder knocks it down, a three-pointer. And Westview on the board first.
A good ball movement, got the open shot, and Yoder was able to knock it down early.
Concord got it in the post. They kick it back out. Denzel Halliburton missed the Mishawaka game, had a leg injury, but he says he's ready to go tonight. Ogier with it. Going down low, tried to go up off the glass, drew a foul. And the foul whistled against Westview, and the official comes over and said, I got that one on Mr. Yoder. Hard to say Yoder around here and know who you're talking about. The head coach, Rob Yoder. And there's a Jacob Yoder on the Concord team, and of course Charlie Yoder on the basketball roster for Westview, along with Lucas Yoder, number 35. Ogier at the free throw line. First one up and good.
We'd like to thank Heine's Back Barn for feeding the WHME TV crew tonight. Whether it's be the best burger in town or a juicy steak or a slow roasted prime rib, Heine's Back Barn is Elkhart's place to go. The Deshone family has been serving the Michiana area for decades, and the food just gets better and better. Stop in tonight and say hello to Troy and Bill and enjoy a fantastic meal and great service from Heine's in Elkhart, located on Lusher Avenue.
Lusher Avenue, a great place to go for a great meal at Heine's Back Barn. Nice drive into the lane. Putting it in is Hales, and it's a 5-2 ball game. Westview on top. Ogier made both the free throws. Got the ball on the baseline. Now the big man outside, and he'll get it back in the hands of Brandon Emmerich. Brandon Emmerich is jet quick. I asked him if he ran track. He said, I might this year. He's a senior. I'd like to give it a shot. And now a travel called as the ball went into the hands of Magnuson, and a turnover gives the ball back to the Westview Warriors.
Put your tax refund to good use at Southwind Flooring, the perfect foundation for your dreams. See their wide selection of carpet, ceramic tile, vinyl, laminate, and hardwood flooring at their showroom in Shipshewana or online at southwindflooring.com.
Hales got challenged on the floor, went by his man, took it all the way to the basket and finished, and it's a 7-2 start for the Westview Warriors. Halliburton on the left wing. Got it to an open man, a three on the way from the outside, splashes in and out, wouldn't go for Marvell Danner, and a rebound down to Westview. Danner likes to shoot the three, but he only averages about 3 points and a couple rebounds a game. Now Charlie Yoder's open, left-handed jumper up no good, tipped around, and Halliburton clears the rebound. 4:33 to go first quarter. And the jumper put up from the outside, and knocking it down was Brandon Emmerich. Got the three-pointer. It's a 7-5 ball game. Both teams have a three-pointer. 4:14 left to go. On the wing, now down on the baseline. Jumper put up by Cody Collier, and he knocks it down. Cody Collier averages 9 points and 3 rebounds a game, and as I said, he was a big scorer for Westview last season. The lead is now 4. And Emmerich says, I got another one. It's off the rim, no good. Ball knocked around and into the hands of Hales. He got it ahead quickly, and finishing off the glass was Collier. He has 4.
What a great movement, running up the floor, seeing that they had numbers, and getting up to Collier for his second bucket in a row.
They got the ball inside to the big man. Magnuson tried to go to the basket, was fouled at the inside. And the foul is whistled on Nick Rensberger. That's his first and the team's second.
Bontrager Engine Service in Shipshewana can help with all your small engine needs. Sales, service, and parts. Open 6 days a week and conveniently located just north of Shipshewana on State Road 5. That's Bontrager Engine Service, your outdoor power equipment headquarters.
Steve Austin has gone to the bench. Checking in, Anthony Kyle, 5'7" senior. Also in, Jaquan Booth Summers, 6'5" senior. Jumper from just outside the free throw line, no good. And a nice high rebound for Jaquan Booth Summers. He averages a rebound and a half a point a game. But he's a senior. It's a special night for those guys. They were all introduced before the game. Cheerleaders, trainer, and the players, the seniors on the team. And there's Booth Summers. Jumper on the way, no good. Rebound comes down to Concord. Nice job by Kyle. Anthony Kyle got the rebound. Booth Summers across the baseline, hit the baseline out of bounds. Turnover gives it back to Westview. The Warriors go to the line, or they go to the bench. Lucas Yoder, 5'10" senior, checks in.
Located at the four-way stop in Topeka is the Topeka General Store. They've added a full line of camping and sporting gear to their already large selection of general merchandise, including kitchenware, clothing, home decor, and more. Check out Topeka's newest retail store, the Topeka General Store in downtown Topeka.
Westview with the basketball, again trying to be patient, and Halliburton comes up with the quick hands in the steal, looking for a transition basket, has his man open on the left side, and finishing is Cedric Mitchell, 6'1" senior, got his first 2 of the night. 4-point ball game.
Good transition for Concord. It's what they kind of want to get into a little bit more here and push the pace.
Hales off the iron, no good. Rebound is down to Booth Summers, and back comes Jerry Kyle and the Concord Minutemen. Emmerich back to Kyle. They get into Booth Summers. Nice pass into the paint, and a shot put up, and it'll count. Counted for Cedric Mitchell. Mitchell has 4 points and a free throw coming up, and it could be a 1-point game here.
Concord's free throws tonight, sponsored by Heine's Back Barn. I'd also like to thank Topeka Pizza. They're a 3-point sponsor for Westview tonight, and you can feed their family, team, or company party. Pizza, sub sandwiches, and homemade ice creams are available. Dine in, carry out, or delivery. 593-3090 for Topeka Pizza.
Cedric Mitchell no good on the free throw, and the ball comes back now to Westview. Hales headed out top, ball's knocked loose, and picking it up. Boy, you're not going to catch Cedric Mitchell. He tried to go up for the shot. They did catch him. He had to adjust his footing as he got near the basket. Rob Yoder, I think, thought maybe he traveled, but it'll be out of bounds to Concord. Cedric Mitchell heading to Bowling Green to play football. What an outstanding football player. We really enjoyed watching him. And he said, Coach, can I help you out with the basketball team? And Steve Austin says, you're in. You're on the team. He had to earn his way on the team. Halliburton with it now. Right side of Kyle, and an offensive foul called on Booth Summers.
Yeah, we talk about Mitchell. We've seen him in the past on the football field plenty of times. I had the pleasure of talking to him a few times as well. And, you know, what a great kid, great athlete. And to come out here and join the basketball team to help him out, I mean, what a great job he's done for the Concord Minutemen program and athletics.
Love the attitude of the seniors. They want to have another page in their memory book, because when high school goes by, it's gone for a long time. Westview with the basketball. Out top is Kenton Weaver, 5'9" junior. Now to give it up. Got it to the big man, Rensberger. Near side, Charlie Yoder. Now to Hales. He gets inside, drives to the basket, put it up too strong, and a rebound down to Concord. Giving them a one-and-done situation. And Booth Summers says, well, he thought he had a jumper. The loose ball, Kyle picks it up, dishes it off, and another good basket by Cedric Mitchell. He's got a half dozen here tonight. Came in averaging 4.5 points a game. He's over that already. Inside, the drive goes inside, a whistle and a foul call, and it's a blocking foul called on Booth Summers. Good idea. Both officials had to look at each other to decide what the call was going to be. That's number 2 on the 6'5" senior, Jaquan Booth Summers.
Westview will go to line for 2, and Westview free throws tonight are sponsored by Bontrager Engine Service, your outdoor power equipment headquarters.
Turnover on Nagel. That last foul was not on Booth Summers. It was whistled against Denzel Halliburton, his first.
Quality Floor in Topeka has you covered. At least your floors. They carry carpet, vinyl, ceramic, and wood floors, and they're able to answer your flooring questions. They offer both sales and installation, and they're conveniently located between Topeka and Emma on 600 West. That's Quality Floor in Topeka.
37.1 seconds left to go. The jump ball, alternating possession, belongs to Westview under their own basket. They get it inbounds. Got it in the hands of Lucas Yoder. Dish it back out on top. Lucas goes on the right side. Rensberger dishes it back out top. Somehow you think Hales is going to do something here. We're tied at 11 with 22 seconds left to go in the first quarter. That's been pretty well played. Both teams have had runs in the ball game. The last 6 points have been scored by Concord. Hales comes out to get it. Finally gets it handed to him. Kicks it to the far side. Charlie Yoder, 3 on the way, got it. 3 seconds to go. Halliburton fires the length of the floor. It's off the backboard. It wouldn't go. Oh, my. Wow. What a play by Westview to get it to Charlie Yoder, who knocked it down. He has 2 3-pointers in the first quarter. And the Westview Warriors, 3-pointers sponsored by Topeka Pizza. Call 593-3090. We are through one quarter. Westview is top by a 3 spot. Back in a moment on TV 46. This broadcast of Indiana High School basketball brought to you in part by the Indiana Criminal Justice Institute. They say, whoa, don't text and drive. Focus on what you're doing behind that wheel. Bob Nagel, Bo Hunt, Bill Beck back with you from McCune Gymnasium. We just had a real special presentation here in the auditorium before the start of the game. One of our veteran officials who is wrapping up his career, Kirk Robinson, was presented with a wonderful plaque. Dave Preheim in the green shirt there, the athletic director here at Concord High School, and also joining him there was Darlene Matthew, the athletic director at Westview, and also out there was Phil Gardner, one of the IHSA commissioners who is also retiring. Our congratulations to Kirk Robinson, a wonderful, wonderful career, 35-plus years, doing his final high school game tonight. He's presided over 16 state championship games in boys and girls basketball and volleyball. The series history between these two games, well, the first meeting back in 1975, Concord leads all time 32-8. Last time they met, Concord won over Westview 65-61. Boy, a great crowd on hand here from both schools. And as we get a chance to look at the starting lineups, Bo Hunt, our starting lineup tonight for Westview, brought to you by R&M Concrete.
Yes, R&M Concrete in Sipshewana is your concrete flatwork specialist. They can help residential, commercial, and agricultural clients, and no job is too small or too large for an R&M Concrete. Westview starters are Yoder, Hales, Hostetler at the guards, and at the forwards, Collier and Rensberger. The starting lineup tonight for the Concord Minutemen, sponsored by Blue Gate Theater. Looking for outstanding entertainment in the Michiana area? Then look no further than the Blue Gate Theater in Shipshewana. For more information, visit BlueGateTheater.com. And your starters at guards, Emmerich, Danner, and Halliburton, and at forwards, Ozier and Magnuson. And as we get ready to start the first quarter, our four-quarter sponsor tonight is Frontline Autotech, specializing in complete diagnostics and diesel engines. They also do brakes, transmissions, and AC repair. Frontline Autotech, committed to integrity, loyal, and the front lines. And get ready for the opening tip tonight, sponsored by Topeka Do It Best Hardware. For 45 years, Topeka Do It Best Hardware has been servicing in the Topeka area. Do the play-by-play tonight, Bob Nagel. It's all yours.
Thank you, partner. And you saw Steve Austin on the bench, wondering if his team will continue to get better, continue to grow. They have the opening tip in the backcourt with it. Marvell Danner drives down the lane, shovels one up, and he's called on the offensive foul. A rather inauspicious beginning for Marvell. 5'10" senior, averages 3 points and a rebound and a half. It'll be Westview basketball. They're in their road red uniforms with some gold and black trim. Concord in their home whites with green and a little bit of black trim as well. This will be a very patient attack for Westview. They always are. Elijah Hales, number 13, had it for a moment, gets it back now, kicks it to the near side. Got it in the hands of Cody Collier. Collier was a leading returning scorer from last year, but there have been some changes in those numbers this year as well. There's Hales with the basketball again on the wing. Everybody gets a touch, trying to see what Concord is going to do. Ball is in the hands of Charlie Yoder. He's averaging 10 points a game. Looking for a chance to get some penetration, but running some clock. Charlie Yoder, left-handed dribble.
No, we see this a
6'2"
lot.
freshman.
We see this a lot out of Rob Yoder's teams. They like that first possession, get a lot of touches out of each of their players. So they get comfortable out there on the floor and feel that basketball and get in the rhythm.
And when you think about Concord, loves to get up and down the floor. They love to get a fast pace going, and now the ball to Hales on the near side. Hales, a very polished young man, and again, just a sophomore, 6'3", leading scorer on this team. Folks, pay attention to the Westview Warriors. They're going to be good this year and the next couple of years, and they've got a couple of younger kids after that. They get the ball inside. They fed the post and unable to get to the basket was Redsberger. Now a shot from the outside, and Charlie Yoder knocks it down, a three-pointer, and Westview on the board first.
A good ball movement, got the open shot, and Yoder was able to knock it down early.
Concord got it in the post. They kick it back out. Denzel Halliburton missed the Mishawaka game, had a leg injury, but he says he's ready to go tonight. Ogier with it, going down low, tried to go up off the glass, drew a foul. And the foul whistled against Westview, and the official comes over and said, I got that one on Mr. Yoder. Hard to say Yoder around here and know who you're talking about. The head coach, Rob Yoder. And there's a Jacob Yoder on the Concord team, and of course Charlie Yoder on the basketball roster for Westview, along with Lucas Yoder, number 35. Ogier at the free throw line. First one up and good.
We'd like to thank Heine's Back Barn for feeding the WHME TV crew tonight. Whether it's be the best burger in town or a juicy steak or a slow roasted prime rib, Heine's Back Barn is Elkhart's place to go. The Deshone family has been serving the Michiana area for decades, and the food just gets better and better. Stop in tonight and say hello to Troy and Bill and enjoy a fantastic meal and great service from Heine's in Elkhart, located on Lusher Avenue.
Lusher Avenue, a great place to go for a great meal at Heine's Back Barn. Nice drive into the lane. Putting it in is Hales, and it's a 5-2 ball game. Westview on top. Ogier made both the free throws. Got the ball on the baseline. Now the big man outside, and they'll get it back in the hands of Brandon Emmerich. Brandon Emmerich is jet quick. I asked him if he ran track. He said, I might this year. He's a senior. I'd like to give it a shot. And now a travel called as the ball went into the hands of Magnuson, and a turnover gives the ball back to the Westview Warriors.
Put your tax refund to good use at Southwind Flooring, the perfect foundation for your dreams. See their wide selection of carpet, ceramic tile, vinyl, laminate, and hardwood flooring at their showroom in Shipshewana or online at southwindflooring.com.
Hales got challenged on the floor, went by his man, took it all the way to the basket and finished, and it's a 7-2 start for the Westview Warriors. Halliburton on the left wing. Got it to an open man, a three on the way from the outside, splashes in and out, wouldn't go for Marvell Danner, and a rebound down to Westview. Danner likes to shoot the three, but he only averages about 3 points and a couple rebounds a game. Now Charlie Yoder's open, left-handed jumper up no good, tipped around, and Halliburton clears the rebound. 4:33 to go first quarter. And the jumper put up from the outside, and knocking it down was Brandon Emmerich. Got the three-pointer, and it's a 7-5 ball game. Both teams have a three-pointer. 4:14 left to go. On the wing, now down on the baseline. Jumper put up by Cody Collier, and he knocks it down. Cody Collier averages 9 points and 3 rebounds a game, and they said he was a big scorer for Westview last season. The lead is now 4. And Emmerich says, I got another one. It's off the rim, no good. Ball knocked around and into the hands of Hales. He got it ahead quickly, and finishing off the glass was Collier. He has 4.
What a great movement, running up the floor, seeing that they had numbers, and getting up to Collier for his second bucket in a row.
They got the ball inside to the big man. Magnuson tried to go to the basket, was fouled at the inside. And the foul is whistled on Nick Rensberger. That's his first and the team's second.
Bontrager Engine Service in Shipshewana can help with all your small engine needs. Sales, service, and parts. Open 6 days a week and conveniently located just north of Shipshewana on State Road 5. That's Bontrager Engine Service, your outdoor power equipment headquarters.
Steve Austin has gone to the bench. Checking in, Anthony Kyle, 5'7" senior. Also in, Jaquan Booth Summers, 6'5" senior. Jumper from just outside the free throw line, no good. And a nice high rebound for Jaquan Booth Summers. He averages a rebound and a half a point a game. But he's a senior. It's a special night for those guys. They were all introduced before the game. Cheerleaders, trainer, and the players, the seniors on the team. And there's Booth Summers. Jumper on the way, no good. Rebound comes down to Concord. Nice job by Kyle. Anthony Kyle got the rebound. Booth Summers across the baseline, hit the baseline out of bounds. Turnover gives it back to Westview. The Warriors go to the line, or they go to the bench. Lucas Yoder, 5'10" senior, checks in.
Located at the four-way stop in Topeka is the Topeka General Store. They've added a full line of camping and sporting gear to their already large selection of general merchandise, including kitchenware, clothing, home decor, and more. Check out Topeka's newest retail store, the Topeka General Store in downtown Topeka.
Westview with the basketball, again trying to be patient, and Halliburton comes up with the quick hands in the steal, looking for a transition basket, has his man open on the left side, and finishing is Cedric Mitchell, 6'1" senior, got his first 2 of the night. 4-point ball game.
Good transition for Concord. It's what they kind of want to get into a little bit more here and push the pace.
Hales off the iron, no good. Rebound is down to Booth Summers, and back comes Jerry Kyle and the Concord Minutemen. Emmerich back to Kyle. They get into Booth Summers. Nice pass into the paint. And a shot put up, and it'll count. Counted for Cedric Mitchell. Mitchell has 4 points and a free throw coming up. And it could be a 1-point game here.
Concord's free throws tonight, sponsored by Heine's Back Barn. I'd also like to thank Topeka Pizza. They're a 3-point sponsor for Westview tonight, and you can feed their family, team, or company party. Pizza, sub sandwiches, and homemade ice creams are available. Dine in, carry out, or delivery. 593-3090 for Topeka Pizza.
Cedric Mitchell no good on the free throw, and the ball comes back now to Westview. Hales headed out top, ball's knocked loose, and picking it up. Boy, you're not going to catch Cedric Mitchell. He tried to go for the shot. They did catch him. He had to adjust his footing as he got near the basket. Rob Yoder, I think, thought maybe he traveled, but it'll be out of bounds to Concord. Good idea. Both officials had to look at each other to decide what the call was going to be. That's number 2 on the 6'5" senior, Jaquan Booth Summers.
Westview will go to line for 2, and Westview free throws tonight are sponsored by Bontrager Engine Service, your outdoor power equipment headquarters.
Turnover on Nagel. That last foul was not on Booth Summers. It was whistled against Denzel Halliburton, his first.
Quality Floor in Topeka has you covered. At least your floors. They carry carpet, vinyl, ceramic, and wood floors, and they're able to answer your flooring questions. They offer both sales and installation, and they're conveniently located between Topeka and Emma on 600 West. That's Quality Floor in Topeka.
37.1 seconds left to go. The jump ball, alternating possession, belongs to Westview under their own basket. They get it inbounds. Got it in the hands of Lucas Yoder. Gets it back out on top. Lucas goes on the right side. Rensberger Dishes it back out top. Somehow you think Hales is going to do something here. We're tied at 11 with 22 seconds left to go in the first quarter. That's been pretty well played. Both teams have had runs in the ball game. The last 6 points have been scored by Concord. Hales comes out to get it. Finally gets it handed to him. Kicks it to the far side. Charlie Yoder, 3 on the way, got it. 3 seconds to go. Halliburton fires the length of the floor. It's off the backboard. It wouldn't go. Oh, my. Wow. What a play by Westview to get it to Charlie Yoder, who knocked it down. He has 2 3-pointers in the first quarter. And the Westview Warriors, 3-pointers sponsored by Topeka Pizza. Call 593-3090. We are through 1 quarter. Westview and top by a 3 spot. Back in a moment on TV 46. Our broadcast of TV 46 high school basketball being brought to you in part by Bethel College, equipping for lifelong service. That's Bethel College. We also being brought to you by J.V. Macri Orthodontics. Trust your smile to an expert. We always trust our sideline reporting to Bill Beck when Chuck Freeby's out of town. Bill, pretty good first quarter. That was a lot of fun.
You know, after kind of a slow start there by Concord, they got in the rhythm of the game very quickly, I thought, with their speed and quickness offensively and defensively, forcing some turnovers and mistakes by that young backcourt by Westview. Westview, though, I think does a really nice job of making a lot of cuts and finding open shots. They did a nice job there. 6 of 10 there in the first quarter, Bob.
Brandon Emmerich gets the bucket to start the second quarter for Concord. He led the way for Concord against Mishawaka Tuesday night. Bounce pass down in the paint. Hales trying to find a way to get open. They double on him. And they give an opportunity for a jumper from the outside. No good, but a good rebound inside. Unable to put it back in was Rensberger. Off the miss by Lucas Yoder. But Rensberger was fouled. He'll go to the free throw line on the season 73% from the charity stripe.
Reminder, our second quarter is brought to you by Frontline Autotech, integrity and loyalty on the front line. And Westview free throws tonight, also sponsored by Bontrager Engine Service, your outdoor power equipment headquarters. Make sure you also stop by Elkhart Little Caesar Pizza, locations this weekend for a $5 hot and ready pizza. Little Caesar's Pizza is voted America's #1 choice for pizza. Visit one of the 5 Little Caesar Pizza locations this weekend in Elkhart. Pizza.
2 free throws knocked in by Nick Rensberger. He averages 7 points a game. He's got 2, and it's a 3-point ball game. Basketball belongs to the Concord Minutemen. Emmerich got down the baseline, looking for a place to pass, and does, and it's knocked away. It's on the floor, and that's a travel. Oh, and what a great coaching job there by Rob Yoder. I was going to say it's a travel because he rolled over and changed his pivot point, but as soon as he didn't have anywhere to go, Rob Yoder said timeout. So we'll keep it right here, bro.
What a great job by Rob on that. And those timeouts are sponsored by Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana. We'd also like to thank Tiffany's Restaurant. If you want the finest Amish cooking around, you need to visit Tiffany's Restaurant in Topeka. Daily specials under $6 for the best homemade pies, plus Tiffany's has an awesome buffet from 4 to close every Friday and Saturday. Tiffany's, give you a dining experience you won't soon forget. There you see a great replay of it right there. He's falling on the floor, and he called timeout and made sure he came over and gave Collier a high five on that one.
Very nice. Just about 7 minutes left to go in the first half. Coming up at halftime, we'll give you all the stats and highlights from the first half, and we're going to visit with Kirk Robinson, who's officiating his final game. And Bill Beck had a chance to talk to him a little bit about some of his great memories. Charlie Yoder out top now for Westview. Back to the right side he goes. Got it to Hales, and again, they're looking for that open opportunity. Kenton Weaver with the basketball. He's back on the right side. Not a Hales. Hales just a sophomore, but plays like such a veteran. On top of the basketball is Weaver, dishes it off. Charlie Yoder tied up. Concord trying to force the issue a little bit, almost a steal there. Now they shovel it up off the glass, no good, and the rebound is down to Westview. Good hustle inside, and there's another tip ball, goes out of bounds, it belongs to Westview. Into the lineup for Concord is Grant Bouquet, the 6-foot sophomore. He had a pretty good night against Mishawaka as well last Tuesday. Guys had to step up. Denzel Halliburton did not play in that game. Steve Austin got a good effort, but another one of those close losses. He's had a bunch of those this year.
Yeah, they definitely have had close losses. They played great in almost every single game tonight.
Lob pass, top of the key. Collier turns, shoots, scores, got fouled on the way up. Real strong play there by Collier.
Another great opportunity for a three-point play for Collier. A nice, strong play. Westview's free throws, of course, are brought to you by Bontrager Engine Service, your outdoor power equipment headquarters.
The lead grows and the free throw missed, and Magnuson clears the boards. 6:10 to go, second quarter. Bob Nagel with Bo Hunt and Bill Beck. Chuck Freeby with Notre Dame baseball this weekend. Up top of the basketball for a moment there with Nathan Herman, 6'4" senior, getting some playing time tonight. Halliburton to the left side. Got the ball down low. The big man Magnuson lost the handle, but it comes loose and it goes into the hands of Herman. He puts it up and in. Nathan Herman with a pair. He averages 1.5 points per game. 18-15 the score. Another opportunity down low, but Hales had it. Gave a head fake. Travel with the basketball. Turnover back to Concord.
Visit Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana to find a full line of furniture for your home, including flat screen TV cabinets, recliners, sofas, beds, dining tables, and much more. That's Weaver Furniture Sales. Visit their showroom a quarter mile south and a quarter mile east of the junction of 5 and 20 in Shipshewana.
Left side, Lucchese tries to go inside. The ball's tipped and stolen away by Westview. And here come the Warriors, leading by 3. Hales in the corner. Both teams have gone through the feeling out period, got an idea what the other team's trying to do, and they're running their sets. Charlie Yoder on the left baseline. Right baseline if you're on the floor. We're up here above the floor. 4:58 left to go, first half. 3-point ball game. A couple of chess players down there on the sidelines. Steve Austin and Rob Yoder. A lot of respect for each other. These teams have played a lot of games over the years. Out top of the basketball, Lucas Yoder. Now Hales. Hales guarded by Halliburton. That takes away a little bit of his opportunities. But Charlie Yoder with it again. Guarded by Brandon Emmerich. Good matchups on defense. Now they get off from the wing and a shot put up. Missed by Josh Hostetler. Hostetler averages 6 points a game. And now another turnover by Lucchese on the wing. Steve Austin turned away and looked at his bench. Let's see what happens here. Now driving inside, trying to get a shot up and missing. And there's a breakaway, and look at Brandon Emmerich. He's down the floor in a hurry for the easy two.
Ooh, what a great job with the breakaway, and what a great job of them Concord seeing the breakaway and getting it up floor.
Emmerich was salving in a whistle and a turnover against Westview. Another travel call there. Lucchese will go out for Concord. And coming back in is Marvell Danner. Steve Austin with a teaching moment down there on the sideline.
Yep, and just like that, we talked about Concord getting the runs and Westview being able to stop those. And in this possession, Concord has a chance to take the lead.
We saw Concord earlier this year against Fairfield, a very low scoring first half, and now pass intended in the post for Grant Magnuson goes out of bounds. So a turnover rewarded with another turnover as Westview goes to the bench. Nick Rensberger checks back in, the 6'4" sophomore.
Ace Hardware of Topeka is a small-town hardware store meeting all your hardware needs. They offer premium quality Clark Kensington paint, recommended as a Best Buy. Ace Hardware Topeka also offers new house and volume discounts. That's Ace Hardware of Topeka.
Good step out by Concord, and an errant pass that's chased down and recovered by Corey Collier. Left side in the hands of Josh Hostetler. Right side, Hales. And back out on top to Cody Collier. Now Charlie Yoder. Hales right away looking baseline, see if somebody was going in the back door. There was no opening, so they get it back out top. Rensberger. Over to Hales. He drives inside. The little teardrop won't go, but a nice rebound and put back by Rensberger. Good position inside by the big man. He has 4. 2017. Oh, a nice move, and a jumper put up, and it's off the glass. It'll count. Let's see. We'll wait for our referee. He says, yes, sir, that's good.
Looks like Yoder got him on the elbow. They're calling Yoder for his foul, his second foul of the half. Free throws for Concord, sponsored by Heine's Back Barn. We'd also like to thank Honeyville Propane. They're your complete propane supplier, offering no hidden fees, no surcharges, and no hassles. And they can do most deliveries within 3 business days. For your hometown service you deserve at a price you can afford, Honeyville Propane.
Marvell Danner made the basket, but couldn't make the free throw, and it's a 1-point ball game as we're down to 2:18 to go first half. Out top to Hales. Hales guarded by Danner. Tries to go around, gives it up. Right side. Charlie Yoder. Well, that left-hander over in that right-hand corner is a dangerous weapon. Couldn't get the shot out that time. Now Hales gets it back. Well, we had a great JV game for this ball game tonight. Came down to the wire. We thought it was going overtime. Short jumper, nice job. Good body position by Collier, the veteran. Got good position, elevated, squared up, and made the basket.
What a great first half by Collier. He's really carried the Westview Warriors this half. And, you know, talk about being a veteran. He's only a sophomore, but he's been up on the varsity for quite some time now.
Danner got it to Halliburton, back to Danner. Now he goes down low and tried to get it in the hands, and Magnuson couldn't grab it cleanly and travel with the basketball.
Triple M Tire and Service in Shipshewana has tires for semis, trucks, SUVs, farm equipment, and more. They also repair flats, work on suspensions, repair ball joints, and perform tranny flushes. If your ride needs attention, Triple M Tires and Service can help.
Substitution for Concord. Back in is Cedric Mitchell as Magnuson went out. Hales, bounce pass out high, got it back to Kyer, going to the guy with the hot hand perhaps. Could be. Now Charlie Yoder out top. 1 minute and 4 seconds left to go first quarter. 22-19, a 3-point ball game. Kyer had it, fished it out top. Spinning out there is Nick Rensberger. Now he gets it to Collier. He wants to go for a shot, but good defense there by Cedric Mitchell. And the ball's stolen away. And here comes Danner. He'll go the length of the floor and finish. 22-21 to score. Marvell Danner with the steal. He's got 4 points in the first half. 33 seconds to go. We're hooked in another good one. Kind of the way the JV game went. Back and forth.
Yeah, definitely a close one in the JV game. Looks like they're going to probably try to run the clock down here. The Topeka General Store in downtown Topeka. Check out their newest retail store. They're located at the four-way stop in Topeka, and they've added a full line of camping, sporting gear to their already large selection of general merchandising, including kitchenware, clothing, home decor, and more. That's Topeka General Store.
Hales draws the foul on Marvell Danner with 6 seconds left to go. 5th foul on Concord. Danner has his 2nd foul. And it'll be Grant Lucchese checking back in for Concord as Danner goes out with that 2nd foul. 6 seconds to go for the first half. A 1-point ball game. Looking inbound inside. They get it to Collier. His jumper on the way, no good. Tipped out of there. But a nice job picking up the loose ball. Shoveling up and in is Charlie Yoder. Boy, that was a big play at the end of the half by Charlie Yoder. Let's go down to our buddy Bill Beck. He's got your JV Macri Orthodontics sideline report with Steve Austin. Bill, take it away.
Coach, you've had to use a lot of your offense, your quickness to get offense. How do you get kind of rhythm in a half-court game?
We just got to be a little bit more patient. I think that's the biggest thing. Sometimes we take quick shots. But when we work it, okay, they're really taking away the inside with 2 or 3 guys around it. We just got to be patient, keep reversing the ball. If we can do that, we'll get some good shots.
You like the way you're playing defense here in the first half? You're making them be very patient.
Well, I think so, but we've given up 2 offensive rebounds here that scored buckets, and we can't do that.
Thanks, Coach.
Steve Austin, veteran. Thank you, Bill Beck. Bill Beck sideline report brought to you by JV Macri Orthodontics. Trust your smile to an expert. We're at halftime. Our halftime report coming up, brought to you by Quality Floor in Topeka. We're back in a moment here on TV 46 WHME. We welcome you back to McEwen Gymnasium. At halftime, we get a chance to honor our Student Athletes of the Week, brought to you by TCU. TCU reminds you to go online at tcunet.com and find out how you can become a member today. A couple of outstanding representatives of their schools with us tonight. With us from Concord High School is Nathan Herman. And Nathan, congratulations on your success.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to talk to this lovely lady over here from Westview first, though. She's the visitor. That's the way we work. Krista Davis, congratulations on your success as well. Outstanding effort for a young lady who's been really busy.
Yeah, thank you.
Talk about what you're involved with and how you handle that time management.
Soccer in the fall, gymnastics in the winter, and cheerleading this year, and then tennis in the spring. And it's a lot, but I manage.
Leaves you about a half hour for friends and pizza.
Yeah.
But you're really eager. I know that your background and what you're doing academically, you're wanting to get everything you can out of your experience in high school, take it on to the college level. What would you like to study?
Education and special education.
Want to come back and be a teacher and maybe a coach?
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
And you haven't decided yet where you're going to go, so that you get a lot of opportunities.
Mm-hmm. I'm leaning towards Grace College in Warsaw, but still have other options too.
Well, I'm sure they'd be thrilled to have you as a student there at Grace College, a wonderful facility. If you can, talk about the people in your life that have really mattered, the team that's behind you.
My parents and my brother have obviously made like a huge difference in my life, just being around them all the time. And then my friends and, of course, my teammates for all of my sports been very impactful for my life.
And that's a good idea not to mention one teacher because the other ones will say, what about me? But congratulations on all you're doing, your success, and good luck in the future.
Thank you.
All right, Carissa Davis from Westview High School, our Student Athlete of the Week. And Nathan Herman is with us from Concord High School. Nathan, you're involved in basketball. We're going to get a chance to see quite a bit of that tonight, but you're also involved in tennis and a lot of different activities around school.
Yeah, I am. They're really busy.
Talk about the other things you're involved with and how you handle that. You really got to be prioritizing what you're doing.
Yeah, you got to be really determined and motivated to get it done. Our teachers are really helpful with us, and they're always there for you if you need them.
This guy wants to go and be a Bronco up at Western Michigan. Had a great football season last year. I know you're not playing football, but that was exciting. But what made you pick Western Michigan?
They had the sales and business marketing degree, yeah. And I'm really excited about that, to get a sales degree. And I really want to be a salesman when I grow up.
For you, and talk about the team that's behind you, the people that have been looking out for your success.
Yeah, our teammates are great. I mean, we haven't had a great past couple years or not, but it's been really fun. I've really enjoyed my 4 years.
Who's on your team at home?
My mom, my family, my friends, all my teammates, all my coaches, and my guys from Lipper Components really helped me out.
All right, well, congratulations on your success. We wish you all the best in the future.
Thank you, Bob.
Nathan Herman from Concord High School and Carissa Davis from Westview High School, our Student Athletes of the Week, brought to you by TCU. They remind you to go online at tcunet.com and find out how you can become a member today. We're back with some halftime stats and highlights and a special feature as well, coming up here on the TV 46 High School Basketball Game of the Week. TV 46 coverage of high school basketball brought to you in part by the IHSA, partnering with TV 46 for 26 years. Also being brought to you by Crown Trophy. Crown Trophy is nationally known and locally owned. And our halftime report brought to you by Quality Floor in Topeka, Indiana. Bob Nagel with Bo Hunt and Bill Beck here from McEwen Gymnasium. Lots going on tonight. A senior night, nice presentation before the game, and they've got a nice musical presentation here at halftime. We're high above the fray. Bo, when you look at that first half, it looked like Westview was going to get off to a real flying start. They did. They led by 6 in the first half, but Concord came back and we're kind of a 1 or 3 point game the rest of the half.
Yeah, it really has. I mean, you looked at Westview, it looked like they were going to take that lead. And Concord stepped up. They met the challenge, and they came right back. They had a chance to take the lead a couple times. They go in the half down 3, but they have to look at themselves as, you know, we got off to a slow start, but we hung in there, and we can still win this game.
Now the Westview Warriors got off to a good start as Charlie Yoder got them started with their scoring as he scored after the opening tip, and I tell you what, a lot of excitement on the tip, and then Yoder gets it down the floor and puts it up and in for the bucket. And they go to Hales inside, Elijah Hales. He's the guy they count on. Look at the 3 by Brandon Emmerich. Lit up the crowd here and got the scream-o-meter going. Collier really had himself a good first half. It was a good answer, and then not a surprise with his athleticism, but an outstanding effort at first half by Cedric Mitchell, who had 6 points, and back and forth we go. Collier inside again, gets the Harmon hoop, and had an opportunity there, and then another breakout. Emmerich down the floor in a hurry. He converted on that one. Nice rebound bucket here as the big guy, Rensberger, went up and got the three-point opportunity. Another good shot. That's Marvell Danner who knocked it down. And so in the first half, some pretty good field goal shooting by Concord. They're 9 out of 14, 64%. You say, well, you must be dominating, but the turnovers hurt them and the rebounding, a little bit of an edge for Westview. But what we've got is what we're hoping for, is a real good basketball game.
Yeah, we definitely can do that. Coming in here, this is going to be a really good basketball game. Field goal percentage, you can look at that. Concord with 64 leading in that. But, of course, Westview's taken 5 more shots in that first half. Three-pointers, they made one more than Concord has. And the free throw line, very surprising. Westview 0 for 3. They're usually very solid at that free throw line. Concord 2 for 3 helps them out on that aspect as well. So, you know, the second half, we'll see where the turnovers lead and that rebounding, I think, are 2 of the key issues in the second half for both teams.
Well, we mentioned what a special night it is, and we've got a special man in the house tonight. Kirk Robinson is officiating his last game after 35 years, and our Bill Beck had a chance to spend some moments with him before the start of tonight's game.
And we're here with longtime official Kirk Robinson doing the varsity game here tonight. Westview and Concord. And Kirk, 35 years in the business, more than 5,000 basketball and volleyball games. Basketball-wise, what are the top some moments of your career?
Probably, you know, in basketball, it'd be having the regional finals at Hinkle Fieldhouse, which was with Eric Gordon, Juwan Johnson, and just a full house in there. And the mystique of the Hinkle Fieldhouse, and you know, Milan playing there in '54, Oscar Robertson playing there. You know, it's just the best venue in the world to play basketball and to officiate.
How have you stayed healthy for 35 years? It's a grind when running up and down hardwood floors all the time.
Well, I try to be in good shape. I do like outdoor activities, and that's what I'll be doing after I get done with this last game here.
What about the state of high school officiating? I know it's a sport where there's a lot of older referees and more mature referees. How do we get more younger guys and legs back in the game?
You know, that's really a tough call. And then over the next handful of years, there's a lot of us, I'll call us this older generation, that's going to be retiring. And over the next 5 and 10 years, and there's hard to find our replacements. They're not necessarily there. You know, it takes a lot of drive, takes a lot of sacrifice, and so it's just us getting out and trying to promote our end of the sport.
Kirk, thanks for your time and good luck.
And our best to that gentleman, Kirk Robinson. Our halftime report brought to you by Hawkins Water Tech. Hawkins says, we know H2O, providing healthy, clean water to thousands of Michiana residents for over 50 years. And we'll be checking with them a little bit later about the Around the Water Cooler feature as well. We're at halftime. Westview on top by 3. Back with second half action in a moment here on TV 46 WHME. Our TV 46 broadcast of high school basketball being brought to you by IU South End, Fulfilling the Promise. And we will have our Fulfilling the Promise player of the game on our post-game show. And a lot of candidates so far, Bo Hunt, for that award.
There definitely is. Reminder, our four-quarter sponsor is Frontline Auto Tech, integrity, loyalty, and on the front line. And can't forget about Bill Beck down there, or JV Macri's sideline report. Bill, what did Rob have to say?
Rob Yoder liked the way they played in the first half. He knew Concord was going to make them pressure and have to really dial it in on offense, and he got a lot of progress out of that. What he didn't like was some of the sloppiness they did toward the end of that second quarter, giving up a lot of fast break points and with some sloppy passing and sloppy shooting there.
Well, he doesn't like turnovers, that's for sure. He likes a donut once in a while, but the first basket of the second half,
nice
Collier gets loose again.
Yoder with a nice alley-oop to Collier, and good start again for Collier here in the second half.
Our sideline report brought to you by JV Macri Orthodontics. Trust your smile to an expert. Thank you, Bill Beck. Marvell Danner got it to the big guy. 8-foot jumper, good. Grant Magnuson with his first 2 points of the night. He had 8 points against Mishawaka on Tuesday night and had a nice jumper there. Now the ball in the wing. Charlie Yoder didn't want to shoot it. We're back to a 3-point ball game, 26-23. We're always searching for a classic that can run during the summer. We might have one working here.
Definitely have a very close ball game. Like you said earlier, the JV ball game was close as well. And 3-point ball game here. Imaginary Finishing Technologies continues to be the industry knowledge for metal finishing solutions. The team at IFT is proud of their efforts, setting the standard for research and development. IFT and the teams in this game are working toward the same goal, a great finish.
Brandon Emmerich clears the rebound, heading right down the lane, pulls up, Nice look inside, got it to the big guy off the glass. 4 points in the second half from Grant Magnuson. I'm thinking that he and Coach Austin had a little discussion at halftime.
You talked about Concord not taking a lead in that first half. Here, down 1 point, a good stop here and a bucket, and they take that first lead of the game.
They've trailed by 6, they've trailed by 5, they've never led. Expect that scream machine to go flying with colors white and green on that board if Concord can find a way to take their first lead. Hales outside, got it to Collier, back to Hales. Little zone look here for Concord. Ooh, Danner, looked like he had a chance maybe for a steal. Now Collier has it, got it on the wing. Charlie Yoder wheels back around on top. Hales on the right wing. Coach right there by his team, so let's not take any shots we don't have to. Hales lobs it in down low. Renberger back out to Hales. 5:23 to go, third quarter, and a shot put up from the outside. Knocking it down again is Collier. Collier's got all 4 of their points in the second half for the lead. Back up 2. 3 points, 28-25. Marvell Danner dribbles around top. Boy, both coaches loving the way their teams are running their sets and getting their good looks. Halliburton bounces it out top to Ogier. Got it down low, back to Halliburton, over near side to Danner. Danner got it into Ogier, back to Danner. He goes inside, off the glass, offensive foul called as Danner ran right into Renberger. And Danner has his 3rd foul. That's got to be a concern for Steve Austin. No, that's just a second.
Yeah, they do have
it is his third.
Yep. TCU's Financial Empowerment Program can help your students develop a game plan for their financial future. With TCU's easy-to-use online tools, students will learn how to save and spend. Let TCU help them get to the top of their game by visiting tcunet.com/empower. TCU is federally insured by the NCUA.
Charlie Yoder fires up the 3-pointer, wouldn't go. And a rebound down to Westview. Boy, those offensive rebounds, Steve Austin talked about it. They had 2 in the first half and a big one right there. Another opportunity for Renberger on the baseline. They got him tied up, and now a whistle. And a timeout called by Rob Yoder. Timeout on the floor. Our timeouts brought to you by Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana. Back in a moment on TV 46. Our TV 46 game of the week being brought to you in part by the electrical workers of Local 153, making our community brighter. There'll be a lot of big action on Saturday. State finals right here on TV 46, beginning at 10:30 in the morning with Class 1A. A lot of folks asking, are you going to have the St. Joe game on? We will. 6 p.m. Saturday night. St. Joe Indians under Sidney Smallbone. Going for the state championship in Class 3A against North Harrison. We'll have that game for you at 6 p.m. Saturday night on your home for high school basketball.
What a great semi-state we got to do with St. Joe last weekend. Just a fantastic game.
Nice effort by Charlie Yoder to get the basket and to keep from getting the charge. Charlie Yoder with his first points in the second half. He has 10.
Lake City Bank, a proud sponsor of high school athletics. Ready for a better bank? Turn to Lake City as the largest bank 100% invested in Indiana. Visit us online at lakecitybank.com/mobile. That's Lake City Bank.
With 3:40 to go in the third quarter, Charlie Yoder has his 3rd foul. And that will put Ogier at the free throw line. And Matt Ogier averages 3 points and a couple of rebounds per game. Has 2 free throws so far tonight. That one splashes in and out, wouldn't go.
Concord's free throws tonight are sponsored by Heine Back Barn. Also, Jordan Automotive Group in Mishawaka. Simple, easy, stress-free. Experience the difference the Jordan way, the only way to buy a car. That's the Jordan Automotive Group.
Ogier will have another. Steve Austin pacing the sidelines. His team actually had a better first half at the line than did Westview. Ogier's second free throw on the way. That's off no good. And a rebound down to Collier. Boy, Collier has really been a player tonight for Westview, as you would expect. I mean, he's a quality player, the leading scorer coming back this year. Pass down low. Collier open. 10-footer good.
He's been money all night tonight. Short-range jumpers. Just not sure what his shooting percentage is, Bob, but I'm sure he's only missed a couple tonight. He's probably shooting closer to 75%.
14 points on the night, the leading scorer on the floor. Emmerich gets it down low, and shot put up and foul call. And this one is going to be whistled, I believe, on Lucas Yoder. Lucas Yoder has his first foul, so some free throws coming up for the Concord Minutemen, brought to you by Heine's Back Barn.
Head coach Mike Lightfoot with the Bethel Pilots wishing the teams tonight a great game. Get out and see the Bethel Pilots when you get a chance, and visit their website, bethelcollege.edu, for a complete basketball schedule. The Pilots wishing these teams a great game.
The Pilots will be in action on Saturday afternoon at 3 o'clock as they will take on Spring Arbor in the second round of the Crossroads Conference Tournament. Final tour from Mike Lightfoot. We hope it's a long one. Hales with the basketball out here mid-court. Guarded by Denzel Halliburton. Pushes off with the left hand. Now he gets it into the paint. They kick it back out on top. Now on the right side in the hands of Josh Hostetler. Got it to the big man. Now back out on top. 32-26. Westview was tied for its biggest lead. Rensberger got inside, flipped it up off the glass, and got it to go.
What a great move inside by Rensberger, using his body well.
34-26. Westview on top, their biggest lead of the ball game. Concord inside. And off the glass, shot no good. Boy, a tough opportunity there to miss. Rebound is out to Hales, and Hales leads the charge down the floor, right side. Back to Hales. Concord spending a lot of juice on defense. Shot put up no good, and the ball's out of bounds. They're going to say that it went off, I believe, with Cedric Mitchell.
Glow, a Christian bookstore in Shipshewana, has books, Bibles, gifts, jewelry, and much more. Plus, they have party supplies and balloons, too. Find them on Facebook, Glow, G-L-O-W, a Christian bookstore.
Bounce pass into the paint. Out to Collier. His jumper is good. Boy, I tell you what, he's having himself a night tonight. He's got 8 points here in the third quarter alone, and a timeout called by Steve Austin. His team has gone down by 10 points, and the timeout called by Little Caesars Pizza of Elkhart. We mentioned Hawkins Water Tech, and what we're talking about around the water cooler is what's going on with the girls' state finals on Saturday. We just mentioned that. The boys' tourney begins on Tuesday, and the all-state teams are being selected. The ballots went out this week, so it'll be interesting to see who makes those teams. And, you know, a lot of teams, Bo, had a couple of names, so it's hard to vote for both on one team, but we'll see what happens when the tallies are in. But that young lady we saw last week from Homestead, pretty impressive player.
Yeah, she was. She definitely was a great player. And talking about great, Topeka Do It Best Hardware. They have been servicing the Topeka area for 45 years. They have what you need for all your do-it-yourself projects, including best look quality paints. They also carry brushes, rollers, drop cloths, and other paint sundries. Topeka Do It Best Hardware.
Grant LaCase is back in the ball game. Feeds the ball over to Halliburton. Knocks it down. That's what you needed out of a timeout. Run a play, get the shot, make the basket.
Yeah, Collier was starting to take over this game a little bit. And good timeout by Steve Austin. Get Concord back in this game. They're down 8 at this point. They need a huge stop again.
Hales on the left wing. Out top, got it in the hands of Kenton Weaver, 5'9" junior. Double team down low, ball's kicked out. Weaver had it, now they work it around, reversing it to the left side. Man open on the baseline, jumper put up, and it's no good, and the ball comes down to Westview again. Now it's fought for, and it'll be a jump ball. Good call by the officials in there. I'm impressed, you know, we've been mentioning the career of Kirk Robinson, but Eric Coburn and Trent Long out there working the game tonight. Jump ball, alternating possession goes to the Concord Minutemen. If they can get a little run going here. Inbound the ball to Brandon Emmerich, number 10. He's working in the backcourt now with Grant Lucase, 6-foot sophomore. Ball goes down low. Pass nicely inside, and now a push and a foul called on Collier.
Yeah, looks like Collier got a little too physical on that play and foul call on him. Frontline Auto Tech specializes in complete diagnostics and diesel engines. They also do brakes, transmissions, and AC repair. Frontline Auto Tech, committed to integrity and loyalty on the front line.
Left side, Halliburton driving across the lane, pulls up. Look at the elevation and the use of the backboard. That's legal, you know. And he knocks it in. It's a 6-point ball game, 36-30. 4-0 run here for Concord right when they need it. We got 21 seconds to go, third quarter. Out top is Weaver. Going back and forth. Ball's knocked loose and out of bounds. They're going to say it's off of Westview. It'll belong to Concord. Rob Yoder not going to argue the point here with 12.5 to go. Tell you what, Emmerich knocked down a three-pointer earlier. I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't come up with a chance for a shot here. Get it off to Lucchese. Out top. Halliburton, he'll take the shot at the buzzer. Oh, had a good distance, but a little bit off target. And no good at the end of the quarter. But I tell you what, the third quarter tonight belonged to a young man named Cody Collier, the 6'4" sophomore. 8 points in the quarter, and he has 16 points for the ball game. His performance has Westview on top, 36-30 at the end of the third quarter. Folks, are you ready for a better bank? Call Lake City Bank. Check out all the services available at Lake City Bank.
R&M Concrete in Shipshewana is your concrete and flatwork specialist. They can help residential, commercial, and agricultural clients. And no job is too small or too large for an R&M Concrete. Also looking for outside entertainment in the Michiana area? Then look no further than the Blue Gate Theater in Shipshewana. Coming up in March, Clint Black, Brenda Lee, and Bill Engvall. And in April, Guy Penrod, Mark Lowry, Jamie Grace, and Kenny Rogers, just to name a few. For more information, visit BlueGateTheater.com.
Go ahead. Bill Beck will be performing here on our sidelines. Bill, outstanding effort for Concord to break it down to 6 points. So you need to continue that run here.
Tell you what, odd stats here too, Bob. Westview 6 of 8 shooting great in that quarter. And if you go back to the second quarter, Concord is 9 of 11 in field goals. But that's the part of the problem. They've only got 11 field goal attempts in a half of basketball. That's just not enough attempts to try to catch up when you're down 6 or 8 points. And you got another big three by Elijah Hales.
And I'll tell you what, an outstanding effort there by Kenton Weaver. Made a nice pass, and Hales able to knock down the three-pointer.
Good three-pointer by Hales, sponsored by Topeka Pizza. Call 593-3090. Good lay-in, good take to the hole by Cedric Mitchell there, and draws the foul. Fouls are free throws for Concord, sponsored by Heine Back Barn. Heine's Back Barn. They fed our crew tonight. What a great job they did. The Deschone family has been serving the Michiana area for decades, and the food just gets better and better. And stop in at night and say hello to Troy and Bill and enjoy a fantastic meal. Great service from Heine's and Elkhart.
Nice three-point answer to the three-pointer going up by Hales, and now the ball knocked out of bounds. And it'll belong to Westview. 7:14 to go. It's 39-33. And if you're just tuning in, Denzel Halliburton is in the lineup. Look at our man. Oh, Tony got hit with the ball. He'll be all right. He's playing hurt.
Ooh, 5-second call on Hales. Turnover, Concord ball. There's Tony.
Tony all bruised up. He'll be calling in sick again Monday, probably. No, he'll be all right.
Put your tax refund to good use at Southwind Flooring, the perfect foundation for your dreams. See their wide selection of carpet, ceramic tile, vinyl, laminate, and hardwood flooring at their showroom in Shipshewana or online, southwindflooring.com.
Magnuson off the nice pass by Halliburton. And it's a 4-point ball game. 39-35. Westview staying with their set. So we'll see if they get impatient here. Looks like Concord has really ramped up the defense.
Yeah, you're too busy to do that. Bill might have it. He might have it.
6:36 left to go in the ball game. 39-35. And a jump ball. Alternating possession will belong to the Concord Minutemen. So Westview is going to go to the bench, bring back in Josh Hostetler as Kenton Weaver goes out. Weaver runs cross country. He's a good artist, too, and an honor roll student. A lot of people on this roster for Westview, honor roll students.
Bontrager Engine Service in Shipshewana can help with all your small engine needs, sales, service, and parts. Open 6 days a week and conveniently located just north of Shipshewana on State Road 5. Bontrager Engine Service, your outdoor power equipment headquarters.
Halliburton lost the handle, and Westview picks up the loose ball. Great opportunity for Concord there, maybe to cut it to 2. Got to go back to work on defense. They've been doing a nice job. Again, the scoring at 39-35, 5 minutes, 5:58 left to go. You see it's kind of a low-scoring game, but the intensity has been there every possession. And a shot put up and knocked out of bounds, and a shot blocked by, man, I'll tell you what, that young man, Cedric Mitchell's had himself a good game. He's going to be a great football player at Bowling Green. I told Rob Yoder tonight, don't punt to him. We saw him light it up. Now a steal on the inbound. Concord comes up with a loose ball. The quickness of Brandon Emmerich evident right there. Down low, they got the ball down low, and a foul as he is hammered by Josh Hostetler.
Great pass by Emmerich down low, feeding Magnuson, and he goes up, gets fouled, gets two shots here, sponsored by Heine Back Barn. Also, Topeka Pizza can feed your family, team, or company party. Try one of their new menu items, barbecue pulled pork pizza. A 14-inch thin and crispy pizza. Dine in, carry out, or delivery. Call 593-3090 for Topeka Pizza.
No shot opportunities on that foul. Now they try to go down low, and Emmerich tried to get the ball over to Magnuson. He couldn't handle it. Came back to Emmerich. He tried to save it, but his heels were on the end line, and the turnover gives the ball back to Westview. And the Warriors have dodged a couple of bullets here. Concord had 2 possessions. It could be a tie ball game. Now they move the ball ahead. They got it to Hales. Want to go inside, lost the handle. Picked up by Emmerich, got it ahead to Danner, and he's fouled going down the floor. Charlie Yoder has his 4th foul.
Hales still down on the other end of the floor. Looked like he tweaked it. Here you can see it coming down. Ooh, there, he twisted his ankle. He's still over at the other end, tying his shoe, taking some time.
Officials are well aware. You're going to give him a chance to get it tied. He's probably wanting to make sure that he's okay. Rob Yoder up to check with him. 39-35. Watch the odd step here. Oh yeah, a little extension there on the left ankle, trying to cut his way into the basket. 5:20 to go. We got a 4-point game. Marvell Danner out top, directing some traffic. Gave it off. Good effort by Emmerich, looking inside. It wasn't there. Now Emmerich back door off the glass, up and in, and he's fouled. And I don't think Collier had any idea that he was that high and going to score the basketball.
Oh, what a great job of Emmerich getting up and getting that basketball. He's going to be shooting free throws here now, sponsored by Heine's Back Barn. And also located at the 4-way stop in Topeka is the Topeka General Store. Check out their newest retail store in downtown Topeka. Full line of camping, sporting gear, and their already large selection of general merchandising. That's Topeka General Store.
3-point play by Emmerich. And we've got a 1-point ball game with 5 minutes to go. Boy, you got your money's worth again. Boy, high school sports, the best value and entertainment around. I'm telling you. Hales down on the right side. Rensberger back out top to Yoder. Charlie's got to be a little careful. You don't want to risk an offensive foul here. He has 4. Rensberger handles it out top. They're going to run some clock here. Hales took it inside, gets it back. 4.5 to go. Hales inside, off the glass, up no good. Rebound Concord. And Halliburton clears the boards, and here come the Minutemen. Halliburton kicks it back out to Danner. And Concord looking really comfortable, Bo, and that's one of the things I saw Tuesday night. I went over to watch them play Mishawaka. At times, a little unsure, but they feel pretty good about what's going on. And now Danner's open for a 3 and away. Got it! Concord's on top, and the Scream Machine going crazy.
Ball knocked out of bounds. Cedric Mitchell knocked it out of bounds. Looks like they might have actually called a personal foul on Cedric Mitchell. Stop by the Elkhart Little Caesar Pizza locations this weekend for a $5 hot and ready pizza. Little Caesar's Pizza is voted America's #1 choice for pizza. Visit one of the 5 Little Caesar Pizza locations this weekend. Pizza Pizza.
Foul was called on Concord, just their second here in the fourth quarter. Now another shot put up, no good. Bounces around. It's loose on the floor. Westview comes up with another offensive board. Good hustle in there by Nick Rensberger. He went down hard, but helped tip that ball out. Now it's Hales with the basketball. 1 point lead for the Concord Minutemen. They get inside to Hales. Turns, wants to shoot. Tied up, foul on the way up. And we'll see who the foul is called on. It might have been on Danner. It's on Halliburton.
Lake City Bank, a proud sponsor of high school athletics. Ready for a better bank? Turn to Lake City as the largest bank 100% invested in Indiana. We're proud to bring you the latest technology, offering mobile banking and mobile deposits. View balances, pay bills, and deposit checks via mobile phone. Visit us online at lakecitybank.com/mobile.
3:29 to go. Hales can tie it up at 41, and he does.
Free throws for Westview, sponsored by Bontrager Engine Service, your outdoor power equipment headquarters.
Hales with 5 points here in the fourth quarter. Tie ball game. 3:20 left to go. Outside with the basketball, Brandon Emmerich.
Looks like they're just going to sit out there and see what kind of defense they play. If you want the finest Amish cooking around, you need to visit Tiffany's Restaurant Topeka. Daily specials under $6 with the best homemade pies. Plus, Tiffany's has an awesome buffet from 4 to close every Friday and Saturday. Tiffany gives you a dining experience you won't soon forget.
Oh, Emmerich went up for the lob to Cedric Mitchell. Couldn't handle the pass, and it's a missed opportunity there for Concord. 2:47 left to go. Driving the baseline, Yoder kicks it back out on top. Boy, I tell you what, Cedric Mitchell was really elevated for that chance for a alley-oop. Pass on the baseline. Collier gets out of there. Tied at 41. 2:20 left to go in the ball game. Hales drives down the lane. Traffic in front of him. He's bumped on the way up. And there'll be 2 free throws coming up here for the Westview Warriors. And foul is on the big man, Grant Magnuson.
Visit Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana to find a full line of furniture for your home, including flat screen TV cabinets, recliners, sofas, beds, dining tables, and much more. Weaver Furniture Sales, half-mile south and a half-mile east of the junction of 5 and 20 in Shipshewana.
Hales came in averaging 16.5 points a game. He has 9. Free throw here would give him double figures. Missed the first one, second one good.
Ace Hardware Topeka is a small-town hardware store meeting all your hardware needs. They offer premium quality Clark Kensington paint, recommended as a Best Buy. Ace Hardware of Topeka also offers new house and volume discounts.
Big man inside, got bumped around a little bit, got his own rebound, went up again, was fouled on the way up. It'll be 2 shots coming up for Concord, and the foul is on Rensberger.
You know, free throws are a huge part of the game. We saw that last week with St. Joe in the semi-state, and tonight, you know, Hales missing a few free throws for Westview. They were 0 for 3 in the first half, so it could come down to that tonight.
And the free throw good for Magnuson. He's got 8 points in the ball game, all in the second half.
Honeyville Propane is your complete propane supplier, offering no hidden fees, no surcharges, and no hassles. And they can do most deliveries within 3 business days. For your hometown service you deserve at a price you can afford, Honeyville Propane.
We're tied at 42. We got $1:50 left to go in the ball game. Charlie Yoder dished it off to Hales. Got a little bit of a screen, a little slip pay. Oh, look at that. Oh, my goodness. We just saw a track record set by Cedric Mitchell. He did the high jump right over the man. They're going to call a foul, and Steve Austin says, I don't think he hit him.
Yeah, we can see a great replay of it here.
Watch Rensberger. He ducks down, and coming over the top is Cedric Mitchell. Yeah, I guess he got him enough for the contact to be called. Steve Austin said, it's a pretty remarkable jump. It's a common foul out of bounds to Westview. Charlie Yoder has it on the inbound. We're tied at 42, 1:40 to go, and a great ball game. It's been great since the beginning. Out top of the ball, Josh Hostetler. That's to Rensberger, now out top to Hales. Hales is a guy that they would want to have it, or Collier, or Charlie Yoder. If it gets in somebody else's hands, I don't know if you're Concord, do you foul?
Okay, running time off here. They have the ball, tie ball game.
Hales out top. We're down to 1:10 to go. 1:10, 70 seconds to decide a winner. We're tied at 42. The last game of the regular season for both teams. They'll be heading to the sectionals next week. Emmerich with a near steal. Got a little reach in there. Under a minute, 55 to go. Hales being guarded by Marvell Danner. And now a timeout called by Rob Yoder. 48 seconds to go in the contest. Tell you what, both teams spending a lot of energy on defense. We've got a break. We're back in a moment on TV 46 WHME. TV 46 coverage of high school basketball being brought to you by Imagineering Finishing Technologies, IFT, where quality is a way of life. Bo?
We have great sponsors tonight. Triple M Tire and Service in Shipshewana has tires for semis, trucks, SUVs, farm equipment, and more. If your ride needs attention, Triple M Tires and Service. Also, Quality Floor in Topeka has you covered. At least your floors, that is. They offer both sales and installation, and they're conveniently located between Topeka and Emma on 600 West. Quality Floors in Topeka. Also located at the four-way stop in Topeka is the Topeka General Store. Check out Topeka's newest retail store. That's the Topeka General Store in downtown Topeka.
Westview with the basketball. Down to 36 seconds to go, and there's a foul by Halliburton. That is team foul number 6 for Concord. It's the third on Halliburton, so they got one more before there's any free throws, and I would expect that maybe Steve Austin has said, let's pick somebody that we want to put at the line. It wouldn't be Hales. Marvell Danner on him really close. He's out top. We're tied at 42. 24 seconds left to go. Iena Classic. Westview basketball. Out top, Hales. Gives it off, gets it back from Hostetler. Drives down the lane. 9 seconds left to go. Hales, long shot and away. It's off, no good. Rebound is down to Concord, and a whistle and a turnover. Evidently, they're saying that Brandon Emmerich was on the end line when he inbounded the ball, was trying to get something going. So the ball remains with Westview with 1:7 to go, and Steve Austin wants a timeout.
Yep, timeout by Steve Austin, sponsored by Little Caesars Pizza of Elkhart. And also Coach Mike Lightfoot and the Bethel Pilots wish tonight's teams a great game. Visit bethelcollege.edu, and also Imagineering Finishing Technologies continues to be the industry knowledge for metal finishing solutions. The team at IFT is proud of their efforts, setting the standard for research and development. IFT and the teams in this game are working towards a same goal, which is a great finish. And Bob, what a great finish we have tonight.
Outstanding. And watch the call here. Tony Beltran, our floor camera tonight. You see the rebound splashes in and out there. Watch Emmerich come in. Gets the loose ball, and right now he's okay. But he stepped on the end line, and the ball goes back to Westview with 1:7 left to go. Not sure I saw that, but from here, these two teams will be heading to the sectional. Concord takes on Goshen on Tuesday night at Goshen, and Westview hosts their own sectional. Fremont will be there to take on the Westview Warriors. So the tournament begins a couple days after the girls' tournament ends. Again, our best wishes to the South Bend St. Joseph Indians, battling for a Class 3A state championship right here on TV 46 Saturday night, 6 p.m. Here's the inbound, 1:7 to go. They lob it high. Collier off balance, and he traveled with the basketball. Let's see if the officials want to put any time back on the clock.
Looks like Steve Austin's
clock says 0-0.
Steve's putting one up, 1 second.
Well, the officials have the right. 1:7 to go when it was inbounded. He caught it, then he moved backwards, and I think they're going to say the regulation is over, and we've got overtime. Watch it again. They went to Collier with the lob pass high, and Collier just couldn't get down with his legs under him. There was a little bit of contact, but the travel came after the clock had expired, and we're going to overtime. Concord and Westview in a classic here on TV 46 WHME. And Bill Beck, both these teams have really spent it, especially defensively tonight. So what do you say? Who's got the advantage down there?
You got to like the momentum of the Minutemen here in this fourth quarter, the way they played here defensively. Danner on Hales, the way Cedric Mitchell has been chasing around Collier. Collier only had one shot in that entire fourth quarter, having all those points he had in the first 3 quarters. So Steve Austin has to really love the way the Minutemen have taken advantage of their shots offensively, still shooting a high percentage, but really playing some lockdown defense at the other end. Westview with 1 basket. That first three-pointer to start the fourth quarter by Hales, that's the only basket they've had in the entire quarter.
And he had 3 free throws to go with it for 6 points, and that's all they scored in the fourth quarter. Our sideline report brought to you by J.V. Macri Orthodontics. Trust your smile to an expert. And areas of concern, Bo Hunt, we should give credit again to our quarter sponsor, even though we're in overtime. Front line Auto Tech, integrity and loyalty on the front line. And if there's an advantage, it might be with Concord because Charlie Yoder has 4 fouls. Let's keep an eye on that.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, might as well give a shout out to Topeka Do It Best Hardware. They did our opening tip. And since we have another tip here in overtime, Topeka Do It Best Hardware featuring best look quality paints.
Appreciate the effort of all of our sponsors tonight to help bring you high school basketball. Halliburton rises for the jump shot, rolls around, wouldn't go, rebound down to Westview. 3:40 to go in the overtime. If you're just joining us, Denzel Halliburton did start tonight, has played pretty well for Concord. Westview with the basketball. Hales had 6 points in the fourth quarter, and a good thing he did. With both teams being patient on offense, a lot of time went off the clock. Charlie Yoder gets it over on the left side, bounce pass. Rensberger gets it back on the right side, now out to Hales. 3:13 to go. Rob Yoder moving his hand, looking like an orchestra leader down there. And that's kind of what it is. It's been a chess match all night between Steve Austin and Rob Yoder. Charlie Yoder had the basketball. Now Hales drives inside, lays it up and in. Elevating for the basket.
Hales has done that most of the night tonight, drove to the basket, but he hasn't been able to convert that. And that's one of the first drives he's actually converted here now in the overtime with just over a minute gone.
Danner with the ball, got over on the left side to Halliburton. Out top to Cedric Mitchell, now a whistle and a foul called. And it's on Rensberger as he fouls Grant Magnuson. That is 4 on Rensberger. And at the free throw line goes Grant Magnuson. He's 2 out of 4 tonight from the line. Magnuson with 8 points. He can go to double figures if he makes them both here, and he can tie the ball game. Free throwing away is good.
Concord's free throw is sponsored by Heine Back Barn. Visit the Deshones.
They fed our crew tonight, but it was a long time ago. I'm getting hungry again.
I sure am. Might have to grab another burger. We might have one left over. I'll fight you for it.
Chance to tie, and knocking it down is Magnuson. He's got 10 points tonight. 44-44. Hales across the midcourt stripe, goes to his left side. Looking for a baseline cutter. For a minute he had Yoder, but he didn't get him the ball. Yoder has it now, left-handed dribble. Being guarded over there by Emmerich. Boy, a lot of heroes on both teams. I'm not sure who Bill Beck's going to talk to after the game with their IU. South Bend keeping the promise. There's a shot that missed. They went to Collier. Ball's off to Concord. As we hit the 2-minute mark in overtime, we're halfway home in the extra period. Halliburton on the right side. Got it top of the key. They lob it down low, and Mitchell is fouled on the way in, and that foul whistled on Josh Hostetler. That's his second.
He got a little push on Cedric Mitchell. Mitchell pushed his back just underneath as Mitchell was going up for that pass. Mitchell with a chance to put Concord in the lead here with just under 2 minutes to go in overtime. Heine's Back Barn sponsoring Concord's free throws.
Cedric Mitchell with 9 points tonight, came in averaging 4.5. Free throwing away, got it. Cedric Mitchell having himself a night. He's got Concord on top by 1. Double his pleasure right here with another free throw. Good touch, it's off no good. Rebound Rensberger. Ahead to Hales, the 1-point lead for Concord. Their second lead of the night. Near steal there by Cedric Mitchell. Hales with it. Being guarded now by Halliburton. Lob pass, backdoor pass. Collier puts it up and in. What a good play call. 46-45, Westview on top.
Second time they've run that back door with Collier, and they've executed it both times, once in the first half and here in overtime. What a great time to call that play.
Concord lost the ball for a second, got it back. Canner all the way to the hoop, spun it up, wouldn't go. Rebound Rensberger. Gets it out quickly to Hales. 3-on-2. Got it to Yoder. Goes over to the other side, an unselfish pass, and a great pass to Hostetler. And Hostetler with the basket. His first points of the night, and it gives a 3-point lead to the Westview Warriors. 48 seconds left to go in overtime. Canner looking right side. Got it to Halliburton. Guarded by Hales. Out top to Cedric Mitchell. Mitchell wanted to go to Halliburton. Steve Austin calls the timeout. 36.2 seconds left to go in overtime. Bob Nagel with Bo Hunt and Bill Beck. Bill's going to be out on the floor talking to our player of the game. And well, you can look at both rosters and find a lot of heroes. Mitchell's done a great job for Concord tonight. They've also gotten a solid effort from Marvell Danner. And they've also gotten Brandon Emmerich on the board. Runs the alley-oop here. That's a good read, and backdoor. Collier grabbed it, put it in. Outstanding call by Rob Yoder.
Definitely was a great call by Rob Yoder on that backdoor play. And Steve Austin called a timeout, getting ready to set up his timeout, sponsored by Little Caesars Pizza of Elkhart. You know, at the timeout called, Bill down the sideline, J.V. Macri Orthodontics sponsors our sidelines, and Bill, Steve Austin sitting in a huddle, looking. They're down 3. What type of setup? What type of formation? Do they go for the 3 or a quick 2 on this play?
No, I think they want to dribble drive, kick it in, get something close inside, maybe get a 3. You know, 2-point and a bump on side, but I'm not sure 3-pointing is what they want to go right now. They've hardly shot a 3 since early in the part of this game. I'm looking for Emmerich, Marvell Danner, drive in, maybe dish off to Mitchell, who's also on the floor here. Mitchell, Halliburton, Grant Magnuson having a nice game inside. Big boy's working himself really hard tonight.
Both big guys are working hard, and both of them got some foul concern. 2 for Magnuson, but 4 on Rensberger. Concord ball, 34 seconds and counting. Danner out top. They're going to do a little cross. Got it to Halliburton. Dibble pulls up, 3-pointer and away. Missed everything. Danner saves it in. It's tipped around. It's controlled by Collier. And now Hales has it. Got a head on the left side. Hostetler is going to go inside. A blocking foul. The basket didn't count. Really no reason to go in and try to shoot right there, but Hostetler thought he had an opportunity. He'll go to the line.
Yeah, last time down the floor, Yoder did that same thing, but he dished it off, and they got the quick bucket. This time, he went ahead and got the contact. You know, Bill talked about going inside for Concord and not shooting a 3 for so long. They went ahead and took a 3, and it was a contested 3.
Hostetler knocks down the first one. He's an 81% free throw shooter on a season. He's got 3 points all here in overtime and a chance for 4 and to give his team a 5-point lead. On the way, no good, but Collier comes up with maybe one of the biggest plays of the game. He gets an offensive board, and he's fouled, and with a 4-point lead and 11 seconds to go, I was going to say it would take a miracle, but Riley thought the same thing the other night against Fort Wayne Northside. Down 5 with 7 seconds to go, and they won the game.
Yeah, that's true, and Hale's going to the line here. His free throw is brought to you by Bontrager Engine Service, your outdoor power equipment headquarters. You know, Collier, what a fantastic game he's had. First half, point-wise, second half, the same thing. Concord shut him down in that fourth quarter, but here in the overtime, huge rebound. Last play down, last series down as well, a huge bucket.
Hales makes them both. He's got 14. And Westview leads it by 6 with 11.9 to go. You could say it's a 2-possession game. But I'll tell you what, a lot of heroes. Again, we were talking about Concord a moment ago. And Grant Magnuson's done an impressive job tonight. And Elijah Hales has been solid. 14 points in the contest. In a low-scoring game, that's a bunch. But Cody Collier has done so many good things. The alley-oop for the lead, the offensive rebound, and he's been solid throughout the ballgame. He had 4 points in the first quarter, 4 in the second. He had 8 in the third quarter and 2 here in overtime.
Yeah, what a great job he's done all game throughout. Just solid effort through and throughout for him. You know, Steve Austin calls a timeout here with 11.9 seconds, down by 6 points. You know, you're looking at some setups. You got to decide what you're going to do to try to stop them here, and then what you're going to do after your next play as well. His timeout sponsored by Little Caesars of Elkhart. Stop in and get your $5 hot and ready.
Our official of the night, Kirk Robinson, officiating his last game, and wouldn't you know it would go overtime. Hey, Kirk, your retirement's been delayed by 4 minutes. What a great job the crew has done tonight. Again, saluting that guy, and also the presentation was made with Phil Gardner, who's an IHSA commissioner. He's here in the house tonight. He's retiring soon, so thank you to both those men for their great service. Long pass, and Cedric Mitchell wasn't able to pull it down. They get it down under the basket. Charlie Yoder will lay it up and in. So the final score, Halliburton fires from half court. The Banks won't go. Rebound put up. And scoring the basketball was Emmerich at the final horn. And as it turns out, Charlie Yoder's bucket gave them an 8-point lead, but the putback at the end by Emmerich makes the final score 53-47. We've got a timeout. Overtime for Westview to beat Concord tonight, 53-47. Our post-game show coming up, brought to you by Glow, a Christian bookstore in Shipshewana. We'll be back in a moment. Stay with us here on TV 46 WHMA.
The TV 46 Game of the Week has been brought to you by
Bob Nagel, Bo Hunt, and Bill Beck back with you from McEwen Gymnasium, where folks are milling around. It was senior night. A lot of great memories. The band performed a little bit extra after the game, but Bo Hunt, we got what we were hoping for, a good game, but it turns out to be overtime. That was terrific.
It sure was. What a great game we had tonight. Going to overtime, two quality teams that are going to go far in this tournament.
I think they will, and I think Concord is one of those teams that hasn't hit their stride yet, but they're going to have a chance. But I tell you what, there were some outstanding players in the game tonight, and we've got Bill Beck standing by with our IU South Bend fulfilling the promise player of the game. Bill Beck.
And we're with our 46th player of the game. 53-47, Westview knocks off Concord here at McEwen Gym. The first Westview victory on this floor since 1995. 18 points for Cody Collier. Cody, how important was it for you guys to kind of have to fight through this second half?
Well, we've been practicing really hard for sectionals, like leading up to sectionals. And coach has been telling us to keep playing hard. And we just wanted to prove something that we've been practicing hard and we've been playing hard.
I know you hear all year, you guys are young, you guys are young, you guys are young. Are you getting tired of hearing that? This is a pretty seasoned basketball team after you've played 20-some games in your sophomore year.
Well, we're young, but we have a lot of heart. So, like, the age doesn't really matter. It's as much, like, if you're a tough player and if you want to be out there and play hard, then we'll be a good team.
What do you want to take from this victory when you go into sectional tournament? Coach Yoder won a nice tough game going into the sectionals. What do you take out of this game?
Well, this is obviously really good momentum, and we'll use it definitely in our advantage, and we'll hope for the best in sectionals and go into regionals.
Big win for the Warriors, Bob and Bo.
Thank you very much, Bill Beck. And our IU South Bend, fulfilling the promise player of the game, is Cody Collier, richly deserving of that award. And well, I tell you what, they gave us a lot of highlights tonight, both teams. And we've got a couple more features that we want to show to you. First of all, our electrifying player of the game. And this play came down to a really good set, a good call by the coach. And guess who's on the other end? Mr. Collier again.
What a great play that was. That set up by Hales, a nice alley-oop to Collier. That gave Westview the lead at that point. They would go on and win. What a great job.
That electrifying play of the game brought to you by the electrical workers of Local 153, making our community brighter. And then we've got our Indiana Criminal Justice Institute. Whoa, stop of the game. And this came on a Cedric Mitchell opportunity on the breakaway. And watch number 12 heading down the floor. And how do you stop that? Well, get a hand up there. And nice job there by Mr. Lucas Yoder to get the stop. The 5'10 senior made a big play at the right time, and that play brought to you by the Indiana Criminal Justice Institute. You see the conference wall there at the, I guess that would be the east end of the gymnasium here at McEwen Gymnasium, and honoring all the teams that play in the Northern Lakes Conference. And congratulations to Warsaw. They won the conference again this year. Westview was fighting for a share of the Northeast Corner Conference tonight, depending on what happened in the game between Churubusco and Eastside.
Yeah, they had a chance to share it with Eastside. Eastside half game up on them. Westview with an extra loss in that loss column. And, you know, they're a great team. They're a young team. They keep saying that, but they keep building and keep building. And, you know, we'd also like to thank Glow, a Christian bookstore in Shipshewana. They sponsored our post game here, and what a great job they've done sponsoring us as well.
Well, we appreciate that very much. And, you know, one of the things we joked about before the game, it couldn't go overtime because all the young players for Westview would be out after curfew. Well, it's not quite curfew, but they got to hurry home in a hurry. And, again, thanks to our great crew, Joe Fertina, our producer-director tonight with our broadcast. And we want to thank everybody. Tom Ward on the audio did a great job as always. And I tell you what, we got a crew. Our team plays as hard as the teams that we broadcast, and really fueled by Heine's Back Barn tonight with our pregame meal. We appreciate that very much. Chuck Freeby will be back with you next week as Indiana boys high school tournament action comes your way here on TV 46. We won't know who's in the semifinals till they win on Tuesday and Wednesday. But we'll have a game for you Friday night, and then Saturday as well, a sectional championship game. I'm Bob Nagel. For Bo Hunt and Bill Beck, we appreciate you being with us as always for our high school basketball game of the week. We hope you'll join us for tournament play, and don't forget St. Joe girls state championship effort tomorrow night at 6. I'm Bob Nagel. Good night, everybody.